Hey everybody, how you guys doing? Jerome Rubio here from the Gen X Xperiment, and I want to take you on a nostalgic memory trip down my memory lane on my street and show you the areas that I used to play and all the games that we used to play and at whose houses we used to play as well. Now, I've been here since 1976. I came here when I was 10 years old. So I was born in 66, moved here in 1976. We've been in this neighborhood for 48 years. Now, at one time, it was a very gang-populated neighborhood, okay? It's quieted up since like the mid to late 90s. It's been pretty quiet since then. But from the mid 80s to the mid 90s, it got pretty rough around here. But there was still always time to have an awesome, fun game, whether we were doing basketball or hide and seek or whatever it might have been. It was a lot of fun. And I'm gonna take you down on a walk down my street and show you my block. I grew up on a cul-de-sac street in a very small neighborhood in Los Angeles County. And I'm gonna take you on a walk down my street and show you where I used to play. Well, let's go. Okay, well first let me give you a glimpse of my house in the middle of the street, okay? I grew up on the middle of this block on the right-hand side. That would be the north side, and this is my home right here. If you look up and down my street, you'll see that we live on a cul-de-sac, okay? And it's a pretty long street, but it's not that long of a street, but these were all my neighbors used to live and all the kids used to be. And the first thing I want to talk about is right here in front of my house, since it was the middle of the street, to avoid any oncoming traffic from all the way down at the other end of the street, because there's one way on, one way off. On this street right here in this area right here, we used to play dodgeball all the time. It was lots of fun. All the neighborhood kids would come out and we would all play dodgeball right here. We had so much fun every single day, and it was just amazing growing up as a kid on this street. Like I said, I moved here in 1976, and all the neighbors, we knew all the neighbors, and it was a lot of fun. Number 2, Streetball. If you look at this house right here, this is the Andrade's house. Okay, still the Andrade's house. Mr. Andrade still lives there, but his kids have since moved out. But right there where you see that black car, there used to be a tree and a basketball court set up there, and there was actually a key painted on the street, and we used to play street ball here all the time. It was so much fun, and me and my brother used to come out here and just slam it out with Michael and Tommy, and it was a lot of fun just playing street ball right here on the street. And then, of course, the next game that we played was tag. We would all be running up and down the street, and we actually had a safe zone. And I'm going to show you that safe zone right now. That safe zone is in my front yard. The biggest tree on the block, and you'll see that tree right there, that was our safe zone. So if you got tagged, then you had to go and tag somebody else. But if you could make it to that tree and touch that tree, you became safe and you were untaggable. You could not be tagged, and so you would not be it in the next round if you actually made it to that tree. Then we also used to play hide and seek. Okay, again, hide and seek was us running up, and you see there's lots of areas for us to hide in, lots of areas, and there was a lot more trees back then, and we used to go and hide as far down as that street pole down there, up in that area back over here, all the way to that street pole, actually to the end of the street, to the very last house. On the left, we had Chris's house. On the right, we had Ramito's house. And we used to hide up and down the street, trying to get also, when we played hide and go seek, we also used that tree as a safe zone as well. So we were either playing tag, where you would get tagged and you would be it, you make it to the tree, you were in the safe zone. Or when we were playing hide and go seek, if you were to get caught, then you would definitely want to run to this tree as quick as possible to be able to get safe. And this was the safety tree, okay? Just so all of you know. Now the last one, I'm gonna go ahead and get back on camera. I'm gonna talk to you guys while I'm on camera about the last one. Get ready for this one. I'm sure that many of you played it. I'll be right back. Hey everybody, so I'm back here on camera, and the last game that I want to talk about in my neighborhood, if you're in a gang-oriented neighborhood, This last game could have been dangerous, but it's a good thing that on my street we knew all of our neighbors and nobody really got pissed off, but they were always like, what are you doing? Ding Dong Ditch. Did you guys ever play Ding Dong Ditch, where you go and you ring your neighbor's house bell, and then you run and you hide, and then the neighbors, the adults, would sometimes come out and actually try and find you, but most of the time they would just be at the door, all those damn kids are playing Ding Dong Ditch again. Do you remember those days? Did any of you ever play it? Like I said, in my neighborhood, between the mid-80s and mid-90s, it got a little bit dangerous, but I had stopped playing it at that time, and I was playing more Streetball and Dodgeball back then. We even got into flag football, which is going to be in my next series of games that I used to play on my street after dark. Now these are games that we played at night. So Latchkey kid, yeah, when I was a Latchkey kid, you couldn't even find me during the day. But at night, our parents would allow us, and I don't know if this happened with you guys, but we were allowed to stay out till around 10, 11 o'clock at night, every single night, except on the weekend, we got to stay out till midnight, playing games on the street, like tag and hide and seek and Ding Dong Ditch and stuff like that. Now, Streetball, not really. That was more of a daytime game where we played, Streetball or basketball on the street. And flag football, we played it also during the sun hours, not the evening hours. Even though we did have street lights on my street, we only had two, and it was really hard to see to shoot the ball into the basket or to throw that ball to be caught. It was kind of hard to see at night. So those are games that we played during the day. But at night, it was definitely hide and seek, tag, and Ding Dong Ditch. What about you guys? What did you guys play on your street when you were growing up in the 1970s and 80s? Leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. I'm Jerome Rubio from the Gen X Xperiment. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe down below. We'll really appreciate all of your support. Peace and Godspeed, everybody. I love you guys, and we'll see you again in the next edition. I love you guys. Bye-bye.